Cool. So this might be a little bit more helpful for people, and I'm recording this. So instead, I need to stop presenting this because that's not going to be helpful for you guys. And I need to start presenting this. Cool. All right, so I got to do this a little bit differently. I am at home today. I actually wanted to go to school because like they got better Wi-Fi, to be honest with you. They just got better internet than I do. So I'm going to start by showing that. Hopefully that will show up for you guys soon. Give it a second. There we go. I might have to use this side, huh? There. Perfect. All right. So again, we're on proteins. We're going to move on to proteins, whatever. So amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. And of course, proteins are the building blocks of our life for the most part. So when we talked about the ribosomes, the endoplasmic reticulum, the smooth and, not the smooth, sorry, the rough ER, we talked about kind of making them think like it's a bartender. Remember that? And so we can still keep with that idea. DNA put all together makes up amino acids. Amino acids put all together makes up proteins. So if we are, we're making our drink, we're making our little cute cocktail, and we decide we're going to add in this amino acid, and we're going to add in this amino acid, and we're going to shake, 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 and pour it in our drink. That drink ends up being, after we mix all our amino acids together, that drink ends up being proteins. Okay, so when we're mixing different amino acids together in different amounts, then we end up with different proteins. So that gives you an idea for what proteins are or what amino acids are and how they work. So let me see. All right. When we are talking about these amino acids, right, there are 20 different amino acids. 20. Of those 20 different amino acids, not all of them are what we call essential. There we go. This is way harder than I thought. So there's 20 different amino acids, and of those 20, 9 are what we consider essential. Those are what we call are essential. So 20 amino acids, and then 9 are essential. Now, just like you guys have probably heard this term essential, especially this past year, right? You guys have heard that term essential a whole lot this past year. And so think about what that term actually means to you guys when you're, sorry about that, wrong one. There you go. Think about what that term actually means to you guys. What does essential mean? When we're talking about essential workers, you guys know that those are nurses, those are doctors, those are first responders, those are people that drive, trucks because they put our food on our table, or drive our food to the grocery store for those essential workers to put food on our tables. And so we know what that idea of essential is. It's important, something that we need to help our society continue to go, right? Essential amino acids are not really that much different. Essential amino acids are 9 amino acids that we need to make we need all of them, right? But there are these 9 essential amino acids we need to make our body keep going, but we can't get them unless we eat them. So our bodies don't naturally just make these. Our bodies don't just make these. We actually have to eat them. We got to eat them somehow. We got to eat them. All right. So There we go. I'm gonna move this down because we are gonna need this space a little bit. So now think about this. Nine are essential. So those 9 essential amino acids we have to eat. Those are the only way that we get those amino acids is if we eat them somehow. And they are essential because we must have them in our system in order to build the rest of these proteins that are important also. When we're talking about proteins, there are 2 types that we are going to be discussing. There are complete proteins, as well as there are incomplete proteins. When we're talking about these complete proteins, the reason that they're complete is because they contain all of these 9 essential amino acids. They have all of them, so they're complete. They give you everything you need. It's not that big of a deal. But the incomplete ones are incomplete because you don't get all the amino acids. You might get most of them or some of them, but you don't get all of them. So you have to be able to get them somewhere else, or you have to have a variety of foods, okay? So what I want you guys to do, and I'm going to give you one example, and you guys are going to go ahead and come on here and give me more examples, and don't of complete as a complete protein. Do not look this stuff up. I don't need you guys to look this stuff up. Some of you guys might remember it. Some of you guys may not remember it. But I want you guys, actually, don't come on to our Jamboard. Just raise your hand. Like, don't literally raise your hand. Like, use the raising hand little doot on your Google Meet. And I want you guys to come up with ideas of complete proteins that you know. We're only going to go over a couple of them. But I'm going to give you one to start with. Meat. Duh. Right? That makes sense, right? Like, and I'm going to go ahead and gross you guys out a little bit. Y'all, who in here doesn't realize that when you are eating a burger, you're eating muscle? You probably, oh, you guys got the gross face. You guys probably never thought of that before, right? You're like, oh, snap. Like when I'm eating a burger, like I'm literally eating cow muscle. Yes. When you guys are scrubbing, y'all are just grubbing down on that bacon, you guys are eating pig muscle. When you're eating that roast at, Easter dinner or whatever, y'all are eating pig butt. So like, yes, that the meat products that you guys are consuming, okay? The meat products that you guys are eating, it's muscular tissue. It's muscle. So obviously, it kind of makes sense, right? Why meat is a complete protein, because it's a protein. It's meat. Like we're eating as animals, because animals, we're eating all these proteins, whether they're complete or incomplete, and we need to turn them into complete proteins to make muscles, which are complete proteins. So yeah, meat, like I said, that burger that you're eating, that rump roast, is called rump roast for a reason. Those chicken wings, like that's meat, and that meat is flesh, and that flesh is muscle. It is muscle tissue. I know, I'm sorry I grossed y'all all out. No, not really. I don't care. So make sure that you understand that concept, that is a thing. Okay, that y'all are eating meat. Okay. All right. So back to my slideshow. I gave you guys an example and I said meat. So I want you guys to just raise your hand in our Google Meet right now. Don't write on the Jamboard for this one. We'll do that later. Raise your hand in our Meet and go ahead and give me another example. I can't see everybody. I think I see Abby. Go ahead.
I'm not sure if this is right, but I feel like I remember seeds and nuts being a complete protein.
Okay, so what I want you to do is hold on to that answer for me, okay? Okay, just hold on to that one for a minute. Who else raised their hand? Oh, it went away. So now I can't see who raised their hand. Or just come off of mute. Y'all are good enough to just come off of mute.
Would vegetables be one?
Negative, Ghost Rider. No, there will be no, not yet. Hold on to that one for later on. We'll probably touch some of that up.
Isn't I can't see nuts.
All right, nope. Hold on to that one for later. We're talking about complete. So think about where we're going with this. So you have to think about, where would you get a source of meat that will be everything we need, all of these amino acids. Somebody raised their hands, but I can't see. It doesn't pop up who it is.
Whites.
What's that?
Egg whites, or just eggs, I guess.
I will accept that one. All right. What else do you guys got? You're missing one other decent one.
Isn't beans one?
Nope. Hold on to that one too.
Would dairy be one?
Excuse me. All right. Let's look at these top three right here. Let's look at these top three right here. I would like you guys to please tell me, what do these top three things have in common? What are so similar about these top three complete amino acids? What do they have in common? Or not amino acids. Yeah, actually, yeah, complete proteins, which are all 9 of the essential amino acids. What do those things have in common?
They all come from animals.
Think about this. We have complete proteins because as animals, we eat enough proteins to make complete proteins. Our bodies are complete proteins. So any product that we produce will be a complete protein. Meat, we make muscle. That's a complete protein. Eggs, okay, we don't really lay eggs. We kind of just ovulate. But eggs that are laid, yeah, those are what parts of that, the egg white, as was alluded to, is a complete protein. Dairy. So this is one thing that we don't think about as often, but dairy products aren't really for our consumption as humans, right? They're really there to feed baby cows. They're there to feed calves, right? And so they're there to feed calves before calves can actually eat normal food. And so to help those calves grow, to help them with their body function, to help them with energy, you have to have a complete source of nutrition. And that complete source of nutrition is milk. Milk has protein, milk has fat, and milk has carbs in it. It is a complete source. That's why we feed our babies formula that is milk-based, because it has everything in it. And the same goes with breast milk. Breast milk is a complete protein. It has everything we need in it. All right. So when we're looking at this, these are animal-based proteins. Animal-based proteins are always complete because our bodies make them that way. We make our proteins complete. There is an exception. There's 2 exceptions to this idea of animal-based. Okay. There are 2 exceptions. One of those exceptions is, put this right here, soy. Soy is a plant. You guys should know that. Ooh, it didn't pop up. Hold on. There we go. Soy is a plant. You guys know that. Soy is a plant that actually is a complete protein. It is a plant-based complete protein. The other complete protein that is soy that is plant-based is quinoa. I don't know if you guys know what that is. That is another plant-based. Quinoa. All right. It's like a grain. They're like little teeny tiny, like floury, grainy seeds. And they are also a complete protein. Those are primarily our only things that are going to be complete proteins that are plant-based. All right. So if I told you that most, not all, but most complete proteins are plant-based, but y'all still gave me a whole bunch of other proteins that are, or most complete proteins are animal-based with these 2 exceptions, but you guys gave me a whole bunch of incomplete proteins. So incomplete proteins are just proteins that don't have, or protein sources that don't have all 9 essential amino. Maybe they have 8, maybe they have 6, maybe they have 5. Whatever the case is, they don't have all 9. And so in order to get all 9, we have to eat a variety of foods. So this will come in place as you guys are healthcare providers if you have a vegetarian. And vegetarians Well, I mean, anybody thinks they're super healthy until we actually look at their food sources, right? And so a lot of times people that are vegetarians will be like, oh, I just don't eat meat. And they're like, well, what do you eat? And they're like, Oreos. I have a lot of vegetarian friends and a lot of vegetarian students that are the unhealthiest eaters I've ever seen. They just don't eat meat or animal products, but you can't still eat crappy processed foods and think that you're going to be a healthy vegetarian. They have incomplete sources of proteins, and that's part of the issue. So you guys, I asked you earlier to hold on. I said, hold on to some of those things that you gave me that were considered incomplete proteins. I said, hold on to those real quick. And we'll come back. Usually when I say hold on, it doesn't mean you're wrong. It just means I don't want that answer quite yet. So what was one of these ideas of an incomplete protein that you guys came up with? Go.
Seeds and nuts.
What else did you say? The first one?
Seeds.
What else? Come on, y'all can do this. These are all incomplete proteins or plant-based. FYI, there's your hint. Don't look it up. Seeds and nuts. What else?
Vegetable.
I heard two answers at the same time. Go ahead.
Beans.
Now we need to be specific about beans. I will put beans in quotations for a reason, because whenever I say beans, people automatically think green beans, and that's not what I'm talking about. I am talking about legumes. Fancy old word. I am talking about legumes. I'm not talking about green beans, okay? I am talking about these kind of beans.
Vegetables.
Nope, not yet. You are all on that vegetable. I mean, but beans are vegetables, right? Kind of, sometimes, depending on how you look at it. I'm not saying that some vegetables aren't an incomplete protein. They are. But we have like a specific kind of family for incomplete proteins. And I'm going to put this up right now. I have to just open up an image in a tab. So I'm going to share this with you guys. Oh, I can't. It's got to be on this screen. Hold on. Sorry. I got to go to my other computer. Because I'm sharing. I forgot I'm not sharing on that computer. I'm sharing on this one. All right, let me get your examples of some legumes. Once you get it up, you'll understand. Yes, there is lots of plants that have proteins to them. And there's lots of veggies which have protein. So plants are typically vegetables, but not always. Sometimes they can be grains. But we're talking about the beans that have like a lot of protein, versus maybe like some veggies that come out your garden that don't have a ton of protein, but they still have some. Sorry, like I said, the Chromebook is really slow, so it takes its own dang time. All right, there we go. This should give you guys a better idea of what I'm talking about when I say beans. Let me see if it will let me make it bigger. All right, hopefully you can read those. These are not what we typically say when we're thinking about beans, right? We're not talking about green beans. We're talking about more of the legume style. So I'm talking about if you guys go and you have lentil soup or bean soup, that is an excellent source of protein. Those are lentils or legumes. Or if you guys like chili, I love chili, especially Michigan chili, because like that Texas chili, some of them people in the South don't be putting beans. They don't put beans in their chili. And I'm like, that's not chili. That's like meat sauce and meat. Like, what is that? That's the stuff that goes on like hot dogs or something. That's not chili to me. Chili to me is meat, beans, and sauce. And I don't care if the meat's ground up. I don't care if it's beef. Yeah, edamame. You know edamame is soy, right? Most people don't. Okay, I wanted to make sure. Edamame, which you guys typically will get at like an Asian restaurant, that's actually soybeans. Those are soybeans. So that is actually a complete source of protein right there. Black-eyed peas, I know for me culturally, I have black-eyed peas and rice. That is a common thing for me. I'm not black-eyed pea like the band Black-eyed Peas, but like the food source. And so like kidney beans, black beans, you guys might pinto beans. Pinto beans are the beans that they put on like tacos and stuff. Or like if you guys go to like El Potrero and you get beans and rice, that's pinto beans. Okay. That is an incomplete source of protein. That is an incomplete source of protein, but there's nothing wrong with that. That's a healthier source of protein for most parts. But those are legumes. Those are not your traditional green beans that you guys are thinking about. Okay. Where am I at? So seeds, nuts, beans. I'm surprised people didn't get this other one. Grains. Grains are basically little tiny versions of seeds. Grains are a good source of protein also. So when we want you guys to have whole grain bread, it's for the fiber and the protein. Although I know it's not really tasty sometimes, okay? Or when we want you guys to have brown rice, it's for the fiber and the protein. Versus white rice, which is just it's a lot of sugar. The last one actually fits into another category, but I want to see if you guys can come up with this. This to me would probably be the most popular incomplete protein that there is for little kids. The most popular incomplete protein there is for little kids. And I would say it is even more popular than, hold on. Here we go. It is even more popular than meat and dairy and other stuff for little kids mostly.
Is it gelatin?
So, what's that?
Gelatin.
Gelatin is a collagen. That's a protein, but not quite. What's that?
I was just thinking like Jello, I guess.
Oh no, gelatin is good. I mean, it's gross to think about what it actually is, but no, Jello's good. I don't have a problem with Jello. But this is something else, something that is a protein, and it's super popular. But usually, the kids that eat it, or the people that eat it the most, are kids. Or it's really popular as a powder to put in protein drinks. No, they won't put it in formula. Too young. We can kill them. So think about like 18 months and up, maybe 2, 3, 4, especially preschool and kindergarten. Super popular source of protein. Easy source of protein. A source of protein, I guarantee you that probably 75% of you guys have in your house right now.
Like macaroni, something?
Nope. Something that's natural, but not that macaroni isn't. That's processed though, but something that's natural. You can go out there and all you got to do is grind it up and you're set. Think about little kids. And y'all are going to kick yourselves in the head once you figure it out.
Is it like chocolate milk, like the
Not
powder?
Y'all ready to kick yourself in the head? Hold on. I kind of want to see you guys as you do this. So, hold on. And I'm putting it under another heading for a reason. I don't want to see you guys as I put this up here because y'all are going to be like, seriously, Miss ML? Oh, yeah, there's the faces I was expecting. There you go. Number one source of protein. I'm stuck on it. Freaking out right now. It's kind of funny. Yeah, peanut butter. Peanut butter. Peanut butter is, or peanuts in general. Let me change that. Not peanut butter, but let me change it to peanuts. And I'm actually going to change this, and I'm going to put a quote. Because I cannot stand the fact that we call these things peanuts. Peanuts aren't a nut. Peanuts are not nuts. Peanuts are legumes. Peanuts are beans. Peanuts are not nuts. Not nuts, not nuts. They're beans. And for those of you guys that are wondering, peanuts do not grow on trees. People are like, what? Yes, peanuts do not grow on trees. Peanuts grow on little bush-like plants. That's why I can't stand when people call it peanut. No, a peanut is not a nut. A peanut's a dang legume. I hate to say that word. It just sounds bougie. Hold on. Let me go ahead and show you guys, because I educate folk up in here. Peanuts grow on a little shaggy plant, and peanuts don't even grow above ground. They grow underground. They're a part of the root system. Hopefully that pop up real quick. They're actually a part of the root system of a plant. They're not like in a tree. You can go up and be like, oh, look at the walnut. No, they actually grow underground. Where is the plant at? Here you go. Rah. Throw something at them. Okay, you're about to hear me throw something at a cat. So if you can look, these are all roots that are attached to the plant. Peanuts grow underground, and are a great source of allergies and death, as well as protein. Because they are the #1 allergen in the world. Peanuts are the #1 allergen in the world. That's why I don't like calling it a nut. Just call it what it is. So you guys can see a little bit closer now. Like this grows underground. This is underground. I'm trying to get a better picture. There we go. That's a good one. I've grown peanuts before. They grow pretty easy. They're fun to grow, but the problem is in Michigan, we don't have enough sun, and peanuts need a lot of sun to grow and a long time. So peanuts, a great source of protein. There we go. All right. So you guys see the similarities right here, where our incomplete proteins are typically plant-based. Not typically, they are plant-based. It's not typically, they are. So these are also plant-based. So I'm actually going to move this over here to both of those. There we go. Plant-based. All right, cool. Go here. All right, awesome. Proteins, amino acids are the building blocks. All right. Proteins, blah, blah, blah. We went over that. Blah, 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 20 amino acids. You can produce all of them, but 9 of them, and those are amino acids. Essential, we went through that. The rest are non-essential. All right, there's where you can get those 9 essential amino acids: meat, eggs, dairy, produce. You already figured that out. And soy. The rest of them are from non-plant or plant sources, blah, blah, blah. Grains, nuts, seeds, and legumes. Perfect. Yep. Awesome. All right, I told you this was going to go fast. So the way that we make a complete protein out of an incomplete protein is by pairing it up with other incomplete proteins. So a good example of this, I already gave you guys often. If you guys go to a Mexican restaurant, I don't like considering Taco Bell and Mexican. That's just an insult to say that, but I know that's where most of y'all go to. But if you do go to some sort of a Mexican restaurant, a real one, please, and you typically will order a meal, and that meal will come with a side of beans and come off of mute. Beans and what?
Rice.
Beans and rice. Yeah. Wait a minute. Beans and rice? What are you talking about? So you're telling me that if I go back to my protein-rich, incomplete proteins, and I mix beans with rice, did I get a complete protein? Yes. People back in the day figured out what cashews are weird too. Yes, cashews are still considered a nut. Not because of where they come from, as much as how the composition of them. And cashews are ridiculously expensive, but they're so yummy. So are pistachios. The only cheap nuts there are like almonds and peanuts, which aren't nuts. And I don't even like those, but like cashews and pistachios, those are all, like, cashews are still considered a nut. But the allergen rate for cashews is much, much lower because it's different. Its chemical composition is a little different. But when we mix these different versions of plant-based rich foods together, we can make a complete protein. So say legumes has 6 of the proteins and grains has, the other 3 plus some. That's how we make a complete protein. We can also do this by mixing stuff that has other proteins in it. So say we want to make something that you guys came up with earlier. I think you guys said, I don't remember, whatever. So say I'm like, I am hungry today. I plan on making myself some macaroni and
cheese.
Mac and cheese. Well, we know that cheese is already a complete protein, right? We know that it's a complete protein because it comes from animals. But the macaroni, it comes from grains. It comes from flour. It comes from stuff like that. So we are now getting a complete protein with the incomplete protein, mixing those bad boys up together, and we even get more of our nine essential amino acids. With soy, this might explain why so many cultures and countries off more towards Asia. And when I say Asia, I will specify if I mean Asia, or India, because yes, I'm aware that India is a part of Asia, but we also know culturally that is very different, right? So when we're talking about Asia, so Far East Asia, we know that they have a lot of soy in their foods. That's a complete protein. So maybe you might not have a lot of animal products, but you have a lot of soy, so you still have a lot of complete protein. Or if we're talking about a lot of our vegetarians, especially vegetarians where they're not new age vegetarians is what I call them, like they're vegetarian by culture. You will see that they have a lot of different grains, a lot of different nuts, a lot of different beans in their foods because that makes a complete protein and it keeps them healthy. All right, cool. Let's go. Man, I went through that quick. Bam. All right. Bloop, 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 bloop. All right, as a young lady, young man, biological, I will always say that, anatomical, biological, young lady, young man, because I do know we have our trans students in here. But you need about 46 grams of protein a day if you are biologically a female, and you need about 52 if you're biologically a male. Main reason being is because guys are a little bit bigger and you have a little bit more muscle mass, okay? So we don't need quite as much as bio women as our guys do. That's all that means. All right. So these are some questions that you need to make sure you know how to answer. What are the building blocks of proteins called, and how many of them are there? You should already know that that answer is, even without looking at the Google Jamboard or whatever, you should be able to figure out that there are 29, or there's 20 amino acids, and 9 of those are what we consider essential. Think of essential workers. You're not essential workers in your body. We got to have them, but we just got to go out and get them. True, false, you can get complete proteins from plant sources. This is a hard one. You got to think about it. Can you guys get complete proteins from plant sources? See, this is where I confuse you guys at. Yes, no, maybe so. There is 2 plant sources that provide you with complete proteins. There are 2, remember? There's soy and quinoa. Quinoa, such a funny word. Okay. All right, let's go on to our next slideshow. Y'all are done with rah-rah. What are you trying to get up there and get? You are done with proteins for the day. How do I get out of here on Google? Where's my little thing at? I would like to, there we go. I was like, how do I get out? All right, we're going to go on to fats, and I should have plenty of time. 12:30, right? That's when we're out. All right, cool. I got you. So we're going to move on to fats now. And I'm going to go back to here. And I'm going to go back to here. And I'm going to copy this one because I need it again. My cat is, what is wrong with you today? I need him to go away. He's needy. He's not typically this bad. All right. Okay, so I'm going to replicate this one, but I'm going to get rid of just about everything on here.
Miss Mel, I just wanted
Yeah.
to let you know that we're done at 12:15. That's what your email you sent earlier today
Okay,
says.
12:15.
So,
All right, that sounds good to me. I don't know what time we're done. All right. I just keep going until somebody tells me. Is it 12:15? Yeah, it's 12:15. So you guys are out. You do have no, I won't make you have too much homework. You will have one bit of homework for this weekend. So make sure you check Google Classroom and I will put that up. You need to work on your that essay. That's what I want you guys to do over this weekend. I want you to complete that essay over this weekend, please. And then you will have some slides that you're going to review and one assignment. So, of course, the one thing that you guys are going to do is that essay. So get on that, start working on that. We'll have time in class. But I will post some slides for you guys to review and one assignment that we will complete. Nah, will I give it to you? Nah, I'll just give you guys the slides to review. How about that? Can you guys come to class on Monday and Tuesday with those slides reviewed and understanding them for me at least? All right, I'll do that. I won't give you guys homework. Work on your essay and just do the slides instead. Or not the slides, just, yeah, study the slides and work on your essay. Let's do that. All right, you guys, we will talk to you guys later. Bye. Have a good weekend. Let me get your slides up.
See you Monday, Miss Levi.
Yay, Monday. I get to see you guys in person. It's
Yeah.
been so long.
Did you hear about the new schedule?
I don't want to talk about it because it sucks.
I know. I think personally that they should have done Monday, Tuesday in person, then Wednesday have a break instead of having us do all 4 days.
I just smile and nod because my opinion doesn't count. I don't even care. Just tell me, like, I've just started to get to the fact, just tell me what you want me to do because ultimately my opinion doesn't count. So I don't know. I like the idea of a Friday because that gives you guys a long weekend. If you want to go up north or want to go someplace safe, sure, awesome. But at the same time, like that's a long day. And it's only a half, they don't even know if it's a half day. They don't know nothing. I don't even care. Yep, I'm just gonna go ahead and roll with it.
Okay.
I get to see you guys. Yeah, I get to see you guys more often. I guess that's the best part of this. So I will see you guys on Monday though, okay?
Yep. Bye.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you about that.
I don't know, bro.
On the bright side, you get to see us every day for like 4 days.
I know, but the problem is I only get to see you guys for I get to see you for a very short period of time.
I
So
think
like
it's
my
45
hour is
minutes.
cut down.
It's like 45 minutes.
Yeah, I don't like it. I want my hour.
All right,
Like,
then we can meet up at Bicentennial Park on Friday
oh god, that's creepy.
and have a outside class.
Actually, I had planned on not for Medoc, for HOSA, we're gonna meet up. We're gonna start meeting up occasionally because you guys are getting antsy about like not having friends and connections. And so I actually thought about doing that more often or every now and then. So be on the lookout. I don't know if it's gonna be approved. I really don't care because I kind of just do what I want to do. But yeah, I have no problem doing that as long as we're smart and how we do it. I don't care.
I don't think
out.
I don't think I'm in host. I'm not too sure. I don't think
No, you're not. You're not.
because I got work. So
Slacker. Yeah, I got work.
I'm a server at Bob Evans, and I love it.
I got work.
It's fun. I like working. Working.
I know. It is fun. I was a server for many, many, many years.
Yeah, I love being able to talk to everyone.
All right, I'm gonna put up these slides for you guys.
All right, you have this weekend, right?
All right, go get some food, and we'll see you on. I'll see you Tuesday.
Oh, my mom brought home Italian Gardens, so I was eating chicken.
Man,
in your class. Yeah, it's kind of when my was off.
So what you're saying is I need to come to your house for lunch. Gotcha.
Yeah, we have pretty fire lunches all the time. We had Qdoba a couple days ago.
Here I am. I'm having coffee. That's what I've had to eat today. I'll eat after. I got ribs. I made ribs last night, and so I'll eat those after school. But I do want some Italian Gardens now.
Warmed up food hits sometimes, like ribs. Yeah. Italian garden chicken Alfredo, like warmed up in the microwave, is so good still.
I got the no, I didn't get that. What did I get? I got the salmon something or another last time I was there. That was really good.
Mm-hmm. I like the one in Flint. has like the splatini. It's like rolled up steak or something like that with Alfredo.
What?
It's super, super good.
Why don't we have that here? I've never seen that at the one here.
I don't know. Maybe they're like not part of that chain. I don't know, but it's
Oh.
really, really good.
Right, I didn't even know that.
All right. Well,
Because I would just go to Flint from now on. So, but
yeah.
all right, yeah. Make sure if you have questions or anything, hit me up on Jupiter or Google Class, or hit me up on Jupiter or Group Me, because I may not be around as much this weekend to answer questions for you guys.
All right. Well, have a nice weekend. All right.
You too. Thank you, Mr. Ethan.
No problem.
All right.
Hey, Miss Levi, I have a quick question.
Yes.
So I know that 6th hour is the Hurley guest speaker coming.
That would be correct.
Hearing. And so I cannot skip 6th hour.
A lot of people can't.
So like, are you gonna like record the meeting and like send it possibly?
Fine, whatever. Either that or she said she'd just come back to our hours too.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll probably be able to record her meeting. She won't care.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Have a great weekend.
You too. I'm trying to get you guys' assignment up. I can't spell. All right, have a great weekend.
Thank you.